I'ma blow up. Yeah.
Okay, you beautiful citizens of Duckburg, welcome back to the back of the semi-truck. And as for me, right now, as of recording this reaction, it is November 3rd, 2020, 7:30 at night. So, that means it is election night here in America in 2020. And I purposely try to steer away from politics as much as possible usually. But considering that's what we got going on here in America, that is one of my talking points right here at the beginning of this episode. And by the time this is uploaded, honestly, it's going to either be the next day or it's going to be a couple days after the election. So, what I'm going to say, I don't know who's winning anything. It is 7:30 at night. I'm choosing to watch DuckTales as of right now, instead of paying attention to the news. But, no matter who wins, the big picture is, was all the hoopla worth it? And if you don't know what I mean by all the hoopla, all the media coverage, all the everything, was everything worth it? Was, getting so riled up about the politics here in America so worth all the effort and frustration and headaches and stuff like that? Because here it is, I don't know when you're watching this. I know it's going to be after the election, and this is really going to date this video. But, and yes, as you can tell, there's noise outside. If you hear it, you hear it. You don't, you don't. I'm sorry, I'm a semi-truck driver. It is what it is. But, the question I want y'all to ask yourselves after that election, like I said, this is going to date the video with it being on the election. But, is your life really that much dramatically different because of the election? I mean, most of my adult life has been spent with George Bush, then Obama, and now Trump. Most of my adult life, that's who I've had as presidents. I've had 8 years of Bush. My life was no different. I've had 8 years of Obama. My life was no different. And now we've had 4 years as of right now. I don't know what the results are of the election. And my life's no different. You want to know who changes my life? Is me. So, I say let's just all be good people to one another. And who cares about political differences? And love on each other. As opposed to sitting here worrying about who's sitting as the President of the United States. It's not worth the headache. So, with that said, hopefully it came out correctly when I was saying it, because I'm just fed up with all the election coverage. So, with it all said and done, let's watch the episode, because I don't even know what the title is. I just happened to remember that the episode was out while I was driving today, and let's jump into it, because I've already talked during the beginning here, and I'm not going to talk no more. Let's just watch some cartoons and not worry about the election for the next 22 minutes. Or at least 22 minutes for me. Of course, Disney, copyright, edit down for fair use. No problem. But filter, all that. I've got to figure out what the deal is. 3, 2, 1, and play.
Do I smell adventure?
Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
Dewey is getting on my nerves a lot lately with this do and do and do. Oh my goodness.
Virum fortitudinum.
Huh? Yeah.
True strength. According to Finch's journal,
True
only
strength,
those in
okay.
tune with their inner strength could claim the sword from the heavens.
What are you two doing here?
Lena!
We were sleeping over and
Other girl that I can't remember.
So we got in the plane.
Well, do you like history?
It is my life.
That's the spirit.
There we go! I love Webby and her friends.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You look like this vile villain I know.
Oh my goodness. I want somebody to do that to me. I want someone to just turn me around and say, oh, I'm sorry, you just look like a vile villain I know. And it is Black Herring.
Should I change out of my pajamas first? Or
Let's go!
Oh gosh. Okay, intro. Skip.
Okay, if we want to
The split sword of whatever the last of that title was. That's what the title is.
Looking for a sword here. Do you have a sword?
Or we can blindly ask every person we see.
Yeah.
According to Finch's journal. Oh, there it is!
Well, that was easy.
Oh, we could follow that FOWL lady and beat her to it.
Agent D!
Oh.
No problem. We can use those platforms
Okay.
to figure out a way
I didn't think we'd see her again, you know, this early, but cool beans.
Deleted.
On one hand, I don't want to hurt
Wow.
you two, but in my other hand, I have a flash bomb.
Webs?
Dewey?
Oh.
I can't see anything.
Dewey!
Look up.
Oh, are you already
Listen
up there?
I guess.
Wow. Well, Dewey is doing it. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Help with my trusty new kitty sidekick, Fluffy.
Uh-oh, that's not Fluffy.
You're like one of those hairless helper cats, right, Fluffy?
Oh
He
gosh.
said yes.
Oh man,
Dewey's tasting his way to the top.
but we don't know what's ahead. You could totally...
Okay. Dewey was annoying the mess out of me with his dewiness, but he's doing it. Wow.
Ow.
And Webby is just not Webby. Oh gosh.
Phew.
Tasting victory. And splinters.
Wait, that's it. Dewey's inner strength is his confidence. I can just follow in his
Oh.
Which way?
Just take a huge leap towards the sound of my voice. I'm okay.
Okay, confidence and luck.
Scream! Scream! Dewey!
Okay.
Whoa.
So your inner strength is
Just doing it!
Then I'm
doing
your
it.
Web buys. Webby, front kick now.
Oh, you fried my eye
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow. Oh, okay. She didn't die.
Do Webby it.
Too Webby.
It looks like our true inner strength was our friendship.
Oh,
And the
friendship
friends we made along
is
the way.
magic.
Right, Fluffy?
Oh gosh. Fluffy, go away.
It's just a cover for a con. Come on.
Wait. So
What is this place?
that means that Huey is with Lena. Okay, cool beans.
Spice exchange, known for the shadiest of dealings. That's a future Louis problem. There's the sword card.
Okay.
What an honor, the serpent, gracing us with
Okay.
his presence.
Ah, Kristoff, old friend.
I feel like he's a
Hello.
reference to something.
It's merely a spice off. A ritualistic tool known by even the most unseasoned of criminals. Unseasoned. It's a pun. Spice pun.
Oh,
Everyone laugh.
This is
Laugh at
true.
my
This
spice
is
pun.
true.
But
It's a
rumor
spice
has
pun.
it
Cool
that
beans.
The serpent is the fastest.
Alas, I'll never again enjoy my beloved deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs are good.
Look, there's something else over there.
Ah!
Goes down like a glass of goat's milk.
What?
Wait, cheaters or cheetahs?
Both!
Oh my gosh. This show. And why are y'all that way against cheetahs? Oh, Violet.
Because she's going
What?
to.
Wow, girl.
Dry as a bone.
It's Louis Duck. They're not notorious criminals. They're just kids.
Wait.
What are you gonna call them out for?
The Louis Duck?
Oh, they like Louis.
The very Louis
Yes.
who vanquished the Bombi, overthrew the Pharaoh Tothra.
Magica dispel. Now you see why we go by fake names?
I think they got you,
Truth of us
Rocket
is far
Duck.
more terrifying.
Jehoshaphat and Sarsaparilla. All at times for my bodyguard to be a baby. Ah!
Alright, so we got two pieces of the sword.
I'm
I'm gonna need graphing paper.
Okay, so
Color-coded
Lena and
flowcharts.
Huey.
Excuse for when FOWL beats us to the blade because we were staring at some dumb book?
Right? There's a right way to do this without wrecking everything.
Lena.
Well, thank you. That's not the
Ah!
I'm not a nerd to do my homework.
Steelbeak, okay.
Steelbeak? Run infinite simulations! Let's do this! Marvin, bad whistle. You don't care, do you?
5 times.
What sword?
7.
You trash man?
8. Number 9. 10. 11. 12.
The Duke of making a mess is the part of me that is pure emotion. Gets in the way of my thinking and is against everything I stand for.
Huh.
Take it from someone who used to be Magicka's shadow. You can't ignore the parts of yourself you don't like. Even the parts you're afraid of. You gotta own them.
Okay.
It's pure
So this time we are
Rage.
getting a
And
lot
you
of
are
Huey this
pure
season.
Frustrating order. Think of what you two could do together.
Sword from a nerd. Oh man.
You know, I don't know how I feel about
One day? Wait.
Steelbeak.
Fear and fortitude.
Okay. There we go. Now we got a brand new Huey. Okay.
I'll be holding on to this.
I was about to say, you can't lift that
It's an
thing.
animal?
That was the most beautiful butt kicking I've ever seen. I'll cherish this.
Did Lena just develop a crush? Nah.
Your bizarre adventure is over. Get it? Bizarre? Oh man.
Oh.
I gotta try.
Yeah, you did a good pun there, Steelbeak. Alright.
Hand over the sword pieces.
Because they're at a bazaar.
Can't.
This is one of those worthy type situations. Yeah.
What the? You used your inner strength. And you kids are mine.
Haha.
Did you want to resume this fight?
Yes. That was a sweet moment right there.
Mr. Director, mission accomplished. We got what we came here for.
Huh. Very interesting ending there. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, so I don't know whose feather that is. So it's a white feather. It could be Webby. It could be Scrooge. Maybe their plan is to clone Scrooge and frame him for a lot of things. I don't know. Maybe it's Webby. It could literally be any of them, I think. Let me get back over here to this piece here. And oh, that's just the spot I need. Wow. The only one out of everyone that was there, the only one it can't be is Violet. That's because she's purple. Well, a very, very light purple. But she's purple nonetheless. So it could literally be, that feather could be Scrooge, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Lena, or Webby. I don't know who it is. I'm going to go out on a wild limb and say it is Lena. And I just came up with that on the spot. But here's my logic behind that thinking. Is they're trying to get Lena so that Magicka could do some sort of spell and capture her back again. I don't know. It's a wild theory. So it's probably not true. It's more than likely just Scrooge's feather and they're going to clone him and all that junk. So they weren't after nothing in particular. But I did find one scene incredibly sweet, and y'all already know what that was because I said it was a sweet scene. And that was where Scrooge is like, look, okay, you know, y'all all use y'all's inner strength to get the sword, and you know what? Y'all kids are my inner strength. You know, Scrooge has come a long, long way in this show. Not necessarily the character with the most character growth, but he is definitely a character with a lot of character growth, because we've seen how he was from the very, very beginning of the season, no, not season, series, and he was kind of a stickler, not a, if I can get the word out of my mouth, I think I said stickler or something like that, whatever, who cares, but my mind's all over the place right now. But yeah, he was a little bit of a stickler, and didn't really want to, he didn't really want to enjoy life no more. He didn't want to do any adventures no more, and he was, the boys kind of had to speak up to him and say, you used to be a big deal. What happened to you? And they've brought life back to Scrooge. And then by the end of the first season, we had that one moment where Scrooge is like, I don't need, he was really down in the dumps. And he's like, I don't need anyone. And that was great voice acting by David Tennant, by the way, but he's come a long way from not needing nobody and just living, a life of luxury and just, retirement, to having a loving family. Everyone's all around them, and, he's living life to the fullest again. So, yeah, and plus on top of that, the one standing next to him in this picture that I've got, Lena, she's also had a lot of character development too, but Scrooge is definitely one of the top ones with the most character development. So, with that said, I don't know FOWL's entire plan, but the top 3 people I think that the feather is of course, number 1 is probably Scrooge. It's probably Scrooge's feather, and they're going to clone him somehow. Or, secondly, Lena. Something for Magica and stuff like that. Maybe they're going to try to recruit Magica somehow. And number 3, of course, I don't think it's one of the boys, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I mean, I don't see no reason to clone them. But, then there's Webby. If maybe Webby's parents were a part of FOWL, there could be a reason to take Webby's feather there as well, to recreate, because then they got both the DNA. Well, no, I don't know about that. You know what? That's a wild theory that's in my head as well. I don't have it, coherently going to come out of my mouth, so I'm not going to let it come out of my mouth. What I'm going to do instead is pass it off to y'all. And y'all know the drill. I don't have anything else to say other than hit that like, tickle to subscribe, don't be texting and driving, and as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are, I do.